Hello.
Forgot the other half of the line.
What was the other half of the line?
There. Hello there. Obi-Wan,
Oh my goodness
you're supposed to say
Christ.
hello there, and then I'm like, General Kenobi.
That's not where this is gonna go today. No Star
Oh,
Wars
it'll get there
today.
eventually.
Unfortunately.
It'll get there.
Yeah.
You better start studying.
Anywhoosies, welcome back to another podcast. How are y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
Great. It was a very sunny day today, so positive vibes. Energy is somewhat up as much as it can be. Even though we've been out inside. We haven't really gone outside, but looking at it through our windows, it looks
I don't
pretty.
have any windows where I work. You might have windows in this house, but in the little corner I sit in, I have no windows at work.
You have no windows?
The only time I see the sky is like when I come home for lunch and when I come home after work.
That's how I felt whenever I would work in the mall. Because we couldn't see the sky.
Yeah, that is true.
We were just kind of locked.
I know how you feel. But at least, well, actually, I can't even say that because apparently the whole like darkness versus lightness in the winter and summer is kind of the same here. So I guess I'll see how you feel next winter because we just caught the tail end of it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't affect you too much. It just kind of leaves you confused all day because you don't really know what's happening until you get outside.
I don't really get
Especially
that
when
sense.
It was like snowing. You don't know what's happening, and then you go out there and there's a freaking blizzard.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't really get that sense. I just like I don't want to say sad, but like I wish I could see the outside more. But I guess that's up to
That
me.
sounds
Like,
a little sad. You can go out, get
yeah,
some
I
air.
can stand up every like hour, just take a lap around the building, go outside, get some fresh air. I'll do that.
The smoke break.
No, we don't do that around here.
Oh, is that not a thing here? Was that just an Alaska thing? Ow, my head hurts.
What? No, people. My supervisor, he takes smoke breaks.
Oh, you mean like you personally?
Yeah, no, not me. But no, that's like there's smoke pits everywhere.
I was gonna say this is definitely the spot to be having smoke breaks. We're in
Yeah.
freaking Italy.
Yeah, my supervisor goes every day at 9 o'clock sharp, and then every hour after that.
Wow, it's on a schedule.
Yeah, they're actually kind of mad about it, but that's a whole other thing. I'm not going to put his business out there.
Whatever gets you through the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's been sunny. It's supposed to be sunny for the next few days. We'll see how the weekend
Thank
goes
God.
because it's still supposed to be cloudy during the weekend. You know, whoever's been keeping up with us, you know that we've been trying to go to Venice for like the past
I've been waiting
2-3
for the
weeks
perfect
now.
day, and it hasn't come. Hopefully, this week is the week. Saturday, I'm calling my shot.
It's
Venice.
like we slowly keep going back into winter because it doesn't stop raining and then more snow appears on the mountains.
Yeah.
So
But
we'll see. We'll see. It's supposed to be a good week, but we'll see how the weekend goes.
EC's the one.
Hopefully it's like not too cloudy that we can still go even if it is like a little bit.
I will settle at this point for partly cloudy because I'm like I really want to go.
It was partly cloudy earlier in the day. Like when I got up, like actually got up, which was around like 10ish, it was still like a little gray outside, but it cleared up through the day. Like now it's sun shining, flowers blooming.
We'll have to see when Saturday comes, but like if in our area it's cloudy, but we can see off in the direction of Venice and it's clear over there, we're going.
Which I think is usually the case. I think we normally see the sun like shining on that side.
Yeah. I'm calling it though. This is the one. I'm excited. I want to go so bad.
Yeah. Not that we're really on like a time crunch, but
yeah, but I really want
to go. We're literally like 30-40 minutes away from Venice. We can definitely.
And we don't have much else to do in this area, so may as well get out.
Yeah, we haven't really adventured. Once we finally got like into our house, I think we were doing a little more activities when we were at the hotel because we didn't have anything much to do, and being stuck in that room was not fun, so we had to get out and do things. Yeah, and there was a lot of like events going out. We would go out with friends at night to go party or whatever. Yeah. And then now since we've been in the house, we've done nothing.
Yeah. Well, I've been asking uh, who we normally go clubbing with, and this past weekend he was sick, but this weekend he says that he might try and see if he can get something going. But I mean, we'll see. I'm not really pressed about it because I'm trying to go to Venice anyways. So
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Anywhoosies, fun things happening this week.
yeah, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see that I got my little laptop out. I'm feeling professional. I'm feeling.
We are a little more comfy today. We are
Oh yeah, we're
under the
under the
covers.
sheets. Yeah,
We're getting a little more personal here.
yeah. But no, I got my laptop out. I got my notes out. Just trying to have it organized in my head. Because
You know
normally,
how he is.
yeah, normally she likes to be just more on the fly. Like wherever the conversation takes us is where it goes. And like I'm down for that, but at the same time, I still want to have like a rough edge of where we're trying to take it. Keep it within some bounds because knowing how we are, we can go from one topic to the other side of the spectrum
Or
of
you
a
just
different topic.
forget.
Or yeah, I tend to do that. Like I would literally in the middle of a sentence just blank out. So
Yeah, happens a little too often, but
yeah.
he got his notes. He's prepared.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Feeling professional today. I'm feeling like a true journalist.
Good journalist.
Yeah.
That's a new
Isn't
one.
this what they do? They like take notes and talk
Podcast?
about stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
I
basically
guess
what a
that's what a
newspaper is?
yeah, I was gonna say. I guess that's what a podcast is. It's just like an electronic version
Yeah,
of
you're
a
just
journal because you're just talking, ranting,
yeah,
whatever, throwing ideas out there.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we got to move to New York now so you can go be a
No,
journalist.
no, 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 no. I'm never no. I will visit and I'll be happy about it, but I'm never living there. God no.
I'd want to. I wouldn't want to live there, but I'd want to like experience that New York businessy
New York.
feel.
Hey, I'm walking here.
No, the other side of New York, not the ratchet New York.
Oh,
The
like the Wall Street.
business. The yeah.
Why
Like
would you ever want to? That's
I
just
just want
terrible.
to experience that life for a bit and see like what it is. Like wake up 6 in the morning.
I
Throw
do
a
that.
nice suit on and
I do that
get
kind of.
well
I basically
more of
work
a
at Wall Street.
professional business type suit. I don't know. I want to experience that rush. Get a little coffee in the morning, head to your office.
Go for it,
It
Steve
just it
Harvey.
just
Not
sounds
Steve Harvey. Harvey Specter. That's what I meant to say.
exactly.
Yeah, you go for that. I will stay in Italy.
That is the only thing that like draws me
Pop
towards
off, Queen.
lawyers because that's just their life in New York. But God, I could not go through that schooling. Absolutely not. The money is great. I'm sure the lifestyle is great, but that schooling is
It's
torture.
stress. I'm good.
Yeah. Anyways, we already got
See, this
sidetracked.
is what none of outside of like saying hello and talking about how our day went, everything in between that and right now, not even relevant.
No,
Like, what did we just talk about?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Anyways, going back to where we were trying to be at, fun things happening. If you've been keeping up with Love is Blind and you watched the last episode,
yeah, the
think
season
some
finale.
it's not the season finale. That was the pre.
What?
The finale's this week.
The reunion.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
We
the
did. Yes.
finale.
Okay. So
It
then,
ended.
yes, the
Yeah,
season finale. Yes, season is over. Reunion is this week.
yeah,
That's going to be exciting to watch. There's so much drama. I mean, we've
yeah. There
mentioned this
is.
in the other podcast that we were talking about, Love is Blind. This season is just crazy. So I'm so
Yeah.
curious to see what
These
the
past few
reunion looks
days,
like.
a lot of the people's TikToks have been popping up on my For You page. And I keep
Oh,
scrolling
yeah.
past because I don't want to get anything
Mine
spoiled.
too. I've already seen a few that's like, it,
I
it's
haven't
crazy.
even,
It's
like, as
crazy.
soon as I see a face, I'm gone. I can scroll to the next thing. I do not want to get it spoiled. I'm so ready for the drama.
For what I know, I'm not surprised, but like it's so stupid. I'm curious to see how it all plays during the reunion because obviously it's a little more drama filled. They're trying to cause situations, but
Yeah.
I mean, seeing from a TikTok's perspective, it's been okay. I mean, everybody's just doing their daily things. One thing that I am surprised is something, or that somebody had brought up, was that like they're surprised that Netflix is even allowing them to be posting all of these videos
Yeah,
because it's revealing so much. And that's, I mean, at the same time, though, it is causing people to be like,
I mean, it's
wait a
hyping it
minute.
up.
Yeah,
It,
because there's things that are happening that shouldn't be happening according to how the finale played out. So with these videos coming in before the reunion, everybody's like, okay, what's happening? That's not supposed to be what's going on.
yeah,
So I
but
guess it is kind of drawing them attention, but
yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Whether it was Netflix's intention or not, I think it's drawing attention because now I'm intrigued. I mean, I was already intrigued, but seeing that they're posting so much online, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
yeah. Some people are just like, what's her name? Jess? Is that her name?
Which one's that?
The one that um Jimmy didn't go
Oh,
to?
with the kid?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen her face.
She's just been posting regular stuff. I've only seen one thing about her. I don't know if that's gonna come up, but
Whatever.
anything else, it's not anything crazy. It's just kind of like, hmm, wonder what's going on there. But
Hmm.
we'll see how the reunion plays out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Apparently, a few other previous couples will be coming on for the
Oh yeah, you
reunion
did tell me
to
about that.
ask some drama filled questions. And I don't know, I feel like they're just going to take a whole different approach this season because they're doing a lot of new things and bringing out different people.
Yeah, gotta spice it up. Can't just do the same thing over and over.
Yeah. How did how did we feel about the ending there? I'm not surprised, but
All I remember is that the, the cute couple got married.
yes, they were
The
the only
the
ones to get
Hispanic
married.
girl and the blonde guy. He was blonde, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I was happy for them. I knew that they were good from the start. So I already knew where that was gonna go. Outside of those two, I don't remember what
Well,
happened.
AD and Clay. Clay said no.
Oh, the guy who kept talking about how he was like gonna cheat.
Yeah,
Okay,
he still went up to that altar and said, "I still can't give you 100%."
yeah, that was stupid. Yeah,
I
I
did feel bad for AD.
well no, of course, like I felt bad for her. Like she really put her all into it. Like she was there for him at every turn. And like when she was there for him, whenever he was going through it, he would come out of the conversation like, "Okay, yeah, yeah, I got this." But then he makes it all the way to the altar just to say, "I don't got this."
Yeah.
That was a waste. So I did understand her, and I felt bad for her when she was crying. She was like, "What the fuck did I just do all that for?" Because like I, she basically walked him to the altar, encouraging him that he can in fact do this. He's ready because he is. He's just like being super weird about his insecurity of cheating, which I don't even know. Like, why are you what? I don't understand that.
He's just really he's either just like dragging it out too far or he truly is traumatized by his father because his dad did take him
Okay,
to go
yeah,
cheat on
but
his mom.
if
Like he was there for the ride. So I can see how that's traumatizing, but at the same point like you are a grown man now.
yeah, but no, that's what I'm trying to
Just
say.
don't
Like,
do it.
you're a grown man now, and even if it is trauma, sure, I'll give you that. Um, that's a bad thing. So stay away from what causes the trauma, i.e., cheating. So I don't even know why that's even a concern for him, because he recognizes how bad it is. He recognizes that it gives him trauma. Just don't do it, and you'll be good. I don't know why. I don't get it.
It was weird because during some episodes, like he would just kind of flip flop. Like some he was so committed and he was like
That's what I'm saying.
always giving all these speeches, like we can do this, I got it, like we're in this together. And then the next episode he's falling apart.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He was so all over the place. 1 second, I got this. I got this. I'm gonna do this. And then she's encouraging him. Yes, yes, you got this. You can do this. And then in his bad moments, oh, I don't got this. And then she's like, you got this. He literally like every sign was pointing at he can do it.
One thing that I don't get is like why Like, was it really so bad to just not like be with the person and just work through it?
Oh, like you don't have to say yes, but keep dating.
No, I mean like
Oh,
they could have still got married, but like obviously throughout this whole journey they've known the issues with Clay. But like, why
yeah,
was it
but
so bad
that's
that they couldn't have just worked through it?
I mean that's on him. They were both clearly willing to work through it, especially AD. But Clay, I don't think because he can answer the question, but it's gonna be a stupid answer. He's just gonna be like, "Well, I just couldn't get there. I feel like I'm gonna cheat." But like we all know that he could have done it. I don't know. He has like this. He's just holding this cloud over himself. I don't know. They were definitely able to work through it though.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you're not entirely 100%, definitely don't say yes.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
So he's right
It
there.
was just confusing that like you're gonna go from being like so committed and then you start going back into that like the flip floppiness is what kind of
Yeah.
throws me
Well,
off because it's like you're so committed to it, just go through it and deal with it in the relationship. Because she was obviously very supportive. Like
yeah. I
she
mean,
was getting tired of it at some point, but
no kidding. It was every other day, just like good day, bad day, good day, bad day. It was annoying. I would have been annoyed too, but it is what it is. He wasn't 100% there, so you can't really blame him on that.
yeah, I've seen some things, but we'll wait till the reunion.
No
We'll wait.
spoilers. No spoilers.
The other couple. Oh, I totally forgot. Right off the bat of the episode, Jimmy and Chelsea ended it.
Oh, thank God.
I
Yes.
totally forgot about that.
Oh,
That was literally within
thank
the first 10 minutes of the show.
goodness. I was so happy to see that. Good for you, Jimmy. You did nothing at all ever wrong. The problem was her. And no disrespect to Chelsea. If for some reason, I don't know why this would ever happen, she would ever hear this or watch this, I'm sorry, honey, but you were wrong on every count. Every count.
Yeah.
Delusional. I'm sorry. Delusional. You were making things up. There's no way.
She is crazy. And I can't get over her
Like
face.
I
The
feel like
face that she
if
makes
she
when
were to
she's
watch it
saying,
back, she would have to
I would
realize
be
how delusional she
embarrassed. Are you
was.
kidding?
Yeah, she has to be embarrassed and she has to be able to recognize how delusional and making things up she was.
I mean, everybody, the whole world has seen it. So she's got to, I don't know. Or
But
she really is just that delusional.
at the same time, she is that delusional and crazy that she would probably watch it back and be like, I don't see the problem.
Oh, yeah, because she was already saying those things while things were happening.
Yeah, but there's a difference between saying it in the moment and watching it back. Like, she would watch it back and be the type of person to be like, yeah, what's the problem? I'm standing on
I
it.
wonder if her like family told her anything
I hope
or
so.
if they're there,
Jeez.
supporting her.
I hope so. Yeah, speaking of them, uh, they were definitely my least favorite.
It was I like them for the drama because they were the
Yeah,
most
they were my
drama
favorite for
filled,
the drama, but they
but
were my least favorite
relationship
couple,
wise, absolutely not.
especially because of her. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to keep my shit talk to a minimum on her. But oh, she frustrates me, man. She frustrates. I felt so bad for Jimmy. They were my least favorite couple by far and away. My favorite, honestly, on paper, it had to be the Christian couple.
The principals?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
like they had all the tools for success, and then I mean, I still don't know what happened. Like
I
why?
don't think anybody knows. Something that I saw though, I saw a video of somebody saying that like the reason why that scene looked so weird and like left people confused was because they this was like a theory. I don't actually know like how true this is.
Hmm.
But there is this girl that posted a TikTok talking about because the rule is if you do not go up to the altar, you actually have to pay $50,000.
Why?
That's just the show's rules. Like if you say yes to the proposal, and you don't fully go through with it and you cut it off before getting to the altar, you need to pay. So
That
that's what also makes me think that why like AD and Clay still went through with it to the altars, because then they were gonna have to pay for it if they had said no.
Yeah, but there's been so many couples in other seasons that have broken it off before. Even in this season alone, there was the other two couples that they were also at my bottom of the barrel as far as their chemistry, but drama favorite. The
Which one?
the Laura and
Oh,
the yeah.
no, yeah, but you're supposed to pay.
I want to find out how true that is because that sounds
That part is
ridiculous.
true. The theory that I'm about to say is a part that I don't know.
Wait, but the paying is true?
Yes.
Oh, then that's ridiculous because I would not.
Because
I don't care how.
that's the whole process. It's like
Nah,
you say yes if you're gonna, the rule is like if you're gonna propose and you're gonna say yes and accept it and do everything
fifty
else,
thousand
then
though.
you need to pay.
50,000.
They're screwed up. You know how
$50,000.
the hosts
That's
are.
ridiculous. Did I don't care how much I hate you. I will make it to that altar. 50,000 is ridiculous.
That's why I'm saying,
And
that's
for
why I
one,
think Clay and AD might have just done it so that way they don't.
maybe. Yeah, for one, I would have made it no matter how much I hated you. Two, it definitely should not be 50,000. Maybe like 10,000. Cuz like these are normal people that you're picking from their everyday lives.
Mm-hmm.
Who just has 50? What are they going to put them on a payment plan? Oh,
Possibly.
let me take out a loan to pay back this show. What
Possibly.
the
Who
fuck?
knows?
No.
Well, I think that's something that's just like in the contract right off the bat when you sign up.
That's ridiculous.
Like that's just
I
something you
might
need to
have to
know going
boycott Love
into
is
it.
Blind.
But anyways, before we get too sidetracked, this lady's theory was that the reason why that couple, the principal teacher couple, whatever, um, the reason why it looks so weird
Did they like
to
edit a bunch?
us, no, they were saying
Oh,
that they might have already broken things off before or like without cameras being there. So she was saying the reason why maybe they wouldn't have had to pay the 50,000 for not going to the altar was if they reenacted their breakup for the cameras because
oh, come on.
they had broken up off camera.
Oh, come on. That's some bullshit.
I wouldn't be surprised because they're obviously not recording 24 hours. They show up for a certain amount of time. They tell you, "Hey, we're going to record at this time." And they're just there. But like if you're going to break up, you're not going to wait, be like, "No, wait, we can't do this. We need to wait for the cameras to show up."
That's ridiculous.
So that
So
was one theory that was out
that was
there.
their exception to the rule. Like, oh, you don't have to pay. Just reenact it on camera. It'll be a fine.
That's what the theory was because that's why it looked so weird in the moment. That's why he was like on his phone the whole time, like just wasn't really
I mean, he was on his
there.
phone the whole time, anyways. That didn't really strike
No,
as
yeah.
weird.
But just like the scene was so out of, it was just weird to watch because like it looked awkward. It looked like it wasn't,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
like it just kind of looked like it was out of
I'm not
nowhere.
sure I believe it because if they say you got to pay 50 grand, you got to pay your 50 grand. You don't just get to reenact your breakup to get out of paying 50 grand. But is it like 50 grand each or like 25 each?
No, it's 25. I
Oh,
think it's
so
50
50
in
grand in
total.
between the two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still ridiculous though. 25,000 just to get out of no.
Yeah, that's just a theory that was thrown out there that I saw come across my TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know
But
about that one, chief.
yeah, that the couple was cute up until a point where
They had
it
it.
got
And
confusing.
she was a cool lady. She was like really she was ready to like I don't know how to describe it. Oh, they were there. They were supposed to be it.
Yeah,
I was excited for them. What was another couple? Oh yeah, the Laura and the yeah
they were crazy. That was just a
they
hot
were
mess.
crazy, but because they were like it was a little bit too much crazy, especially from Laura. That it kind of just turned me off to the whole situation. Like yeah, the drama was funny at first, but then it was like she was being so rude to the point where it was like, okay, now you're doing too much. And
Yeah,
then
she
I
told the
was
man to go kick rocks with open-toed shoes.
that was funny. No, that was funny.
Her comments were funny, but
No,
no, she was an ass. She
yeah,
just
no.
wasn't.
Because
the
then
nicest
she just made
person.
herself look bad. Because yeah, maybe he did or didn't do what was alleged, but the way that she attacked him repeatedly with all the insults and the vulgar words and oof, no, she made herself look bad, and it just turned me off to the whole situation because it's like now you're just being an asshole, just just because she just kept talking.
Well, that's what he was just
She just
sitting there, just letting her talk.
yeah, she just
Because
kept
what are you
going, and
gonna
it's just
do?
like all right, we get it, you're mad, go away now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would.
Apparently, she's not gonna be at the reunion, but she's gonna be there like through video.
Why?
I don't know.
Was she like sick? Got COVID or something?
No, she's probably doing other things in her life that she couldn't be there in the moment, but she is gonna be like
It's a
through the
likely
video.
story. Sounds like she doesn't want to have a confrontation. No, I'm just kidding. Confrontation seems to be your favorite thing.
No, yeah, she's definitely not scared. No, she's definitely confronting because I've seen clips, and
Yeah,
she's just there doing her thing, but through a screen.
yeah.
Not any different.
What was any other couples? It was
It was just
that was
that.
all of them, right?
hmm
80 Clay. We talked about them.
Just everybody else that was like random that
Yeah.
wasn't a part of.
Now back to Chelsea and Jimmy though. Oof. I don't think he did anything wrong, and I will die on that hill. But the only reason I say that because when we were talking about this days ago, I don't think he did anything wrong on the simple fact that she was just terrible. It's specific to them because she was just Chelsea was so bad and terrible at just the whole everything that I don't care what you say about Jimmy. He was right. But it did beg, the questions, just in a general sense, the whole girl and boy best friends thing. Because obviously Jimmy, he had what, two or three girl best
The
friends?
two of the girls were. That's when they went into dinner or lunch with Chelsea. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
two
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, it was two of them. And then turns out that he had slept with one of them, but that was like prior to the relationship. So that's not even something that you should bring up. Like it happened before you. Who the fuck gives? But during the relationship, whoa, English. During the relationship, best friends. Thoughts?
Mm.
You have a gay one.
Yeah, so I don't count because
Yeah.
mine's gay. um,
Hi, Eric, if you're watching or listening.
I definitely don't like that. I already.
Oh, let me just do this 2024 bit real quick. You're insecure. You're terrible. 2024.
You need to let me finish my thoughts.
Internet, social media.
You're cutting my thoughts off.
Keep going. I just wanted to be
I
that
don't
asshole.
like the idea to a certain extent. My thing is when you're in a relationship and especially a marriage, both sides just kind of need to understand like the boundaries that come with that. You can be friends, fine, especially if you've already been friends for like previous years or whatever, but best friends and considering like how much Chelsea kept saying that he was always like texting and calling her all
I
day.
don't know how much I believe her though, because she's delusional.
I'm just going based off of what was
But yeah, if
happening.
we
If
assume
that
that,
is true,
yeah,
then that's weird. That's too much.
yeah,
It's okay. I think at least for me personally, I don't think it's wrong to like have, opposite sex not partners, best friends or whatever.
I would think so.
But like hanging out alone, texting and calling all day, that's too much. Something you need to keep in mind before going into the marriage is that like the close relationships that you have with guy girl whatever it is, like you need to be able to know the cutoff. Like
Boundaries.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying you got to cut them off completely, obviously depending if like certain things are happening, but in Jimmy's case, you slept with the girl. Like that already would kind of turn me off if she was your best friend. And then
I can
just to
see
be
that.
calling and
But
texting her all day is that's another.
I trust Jimmy though.
Do we though?
I do.
See,
He seemed like a very
it's so
honorable
hard.
guy, and
It's
he was giving Chelsea every reassurance
well,
that he is
yes,
here
during the
for
show,
her, and that is
yes.
it.
It's just so tough to like truly believe, people's lives and how they are through the show because a lot of it is shown in a way that's like, how do you explain it?
Yeah,
They
it.
purposely put scenes together to make it seem like shit's happening. So we don't
Yeah,
know the, you know, the true scenes that are happening or like what's going on between these people or how they are just in general. Like the show will portray them as somebody who like does all these things on purpose. Like
yeah,
that's the whole reason why they have gold cups. Is so that you can't see how much they're drinking. So that way they can place the scenes in certain
yeah.
spots. Like,
But I'm just going based off of what the story I'm given,
I guess.
because obviously we don't know what we don't know. So
But
based
even
off of
with
what
what
we're
we do
given,
know,
I'm still Jimmy's an honorable guy. At least that's what they made him out to be. And the way that he was giving, because there's a difference between him being accused of these things and like Chelsea throwing the whole "you slept with her" and whatever, she's your girl best friend in his face, and then him just being like, "Yeah, okay, and what about it? What are you gonna do?" But then he was just like, no, like he made her feel okay about it. Like he made sure to give the effort to give her every reassurance that he was there with her. But she just carried it out. Like Chelsea was just doing way too much. So based off of the way that, you know, at least they presented it and the way that he, was in the show, I'm a trust him.
I mean, sure, but at the same time, you shouldn't. The relationship between him and his best friend is too much.
Well, yes, I do agree with that. It was too much and you got to cut back and maybe not text and phone call all day if what Chelsea said is true. And yes, I do agree. There have to be boundaries, at the very least, boundaries. And
I think the weird thing about it too was just like the girl best friend was also just like didn't know the boundaries there because remember when she made that comment when they were at lunch, like, oh, he would never push sex off or he would never say no to sex because they had got into that. That's when Chelsea was like explaining to them the argument that they had, saying that like, oh, well, you wanted to have sex, but I didn't.
oh yeah,
And then the
but
best friend made that comment of like, oh, he would never say no to that. Like
you,
that's just weird.
I mean, I guess I can see why that's weird, knowing that they had had sex before. But like,
That's yeah, well
I
that's what I'm
think
saying.
that could
Only in that
also.
situation, if you had slept with a person and you hear that coming from
But
them,
what
then
if they
that's
didn't?
weird.
What if they never slept together and she just said that? That could just be a result of her knowing her guy best friend. Like, oh, this guy's horny as fuck. He's my best friend. I would know that.
I don't know. That was just like off putting.
I mean, it was off putting because we know they had sex. But like, if you didn't know that and she said that anyways, me personally, I would have been like, well, they're best friends. Of course you would know that. Carry on.
Yeah. I don't think I don't I don't I don't blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say that I wouldn't be the type to let you have a girl best friend, but mainly because I'm a girl and I just know girls.
Okay, I could say the same thing. I'm a guy and I know guys.
Yeah, I know, but that's why we're in a. This isn't something we have to worry about. Like we don't have
Yeah,
opposite
but we
best
say
friends.
that oh, I'm a girl, I know girls. I'm a guy, I know guys. But like at the end of the day,
You were my best friend.
yes. And
Exactly.
I still haven't even given my input on this yet.
Exactly.
I
So
still
that's what
have
I'm
hold
saying.
up. Let me get my
We were
input in.
best friends and look what happened.
Yeah.
Now we're married.
That was the stance I was going to take. In all honesty, yeah, you have a guy best friend, but he's gay, so it doesn't really count. It only counts cuz he has a penis. Like, okay.
No, that's why I said it doesn't
But
count for us. That's why I'm like I'm saying that I wouldn't really be comfortable or okay with my partner having a girl best friend
like
because I don't have to
what
worry
if you
about
were
that.
also cool with the girl? Like, what if right now, for some reason, I make friends with a girl at work and I'm like, oh, she's cool. Like, babe, you should be friends with her. And then we're all just like best friends together. Or no, I guess that wouldn't be my best friend. That would be like our best friend.
No, yeah, that's weird.
Okay. Because like you or no, they were gay at Lululemon in Alaska too. Fuck.
Ooh.
You know what? What's his name?
Hunter?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you made best friends with Hunter, but then I'm like, he's gay
He's
too. Shit.
gay.
Uh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
My
I don't
original
have
stance. I'm gonna
guy
stop.
best friends.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop searching for scenarios. I'm gonna go off of my original stance, which was we were once. I was the boy best friend, and now I'm married to you. So I'm not gonna take a particularly good approach to this question because it's just like I'm an example of what can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
But I could be an exception to the rule. I think that it's perfectly fine to have a guy friend. Best friend? I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm not saying there's a problem with girl guy friends.
Yeah.
That's
Best
fine.
friend might be a bit much because obviously we've explained the boundaries. Like you can't be calling and texting all day. You can't be up each other's ass. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
a
if
bit
it
much.
was a best friend previously, like obviously the girl
And the
coming in
way,
isn't in the position to be like, no, cut her off completely. It's more of just explaining how you feel and be like, hey, I would be more comfortable if you guys could, set some boundaries here because obviously we're married now and I know that you guys were best friends and I don't know how
yeah,
close that means to you guys, but it's just a talk that I feel like you would have
yeah.
to set those boundaries.
Oh, I'm trying to get it back before it leaves my brain. Oh, you kept talking,
Sorry.
and then I lost it.
About what?
Uh,
I was just talking
uh,
girl guy best friends.
girl, guy. Well, yeah, I know what we're talking about, but it was something specific.
You
Um,
can still have a friend.
no, it's too late. It's too late. You just kept yapping.
Sorry.
Gosh.
I had to let it out of my brain.
Yeah. Well, I won't get mine off, but it's okay. Whatever. But back to that one girl that he slept with.
Yeah.
Now, let's change the scenario up a bit. What if they were exes?
I think it depends on the situation.
What do you mean?
How it ended.
Well, assuming that they're best friends now, you have to say it was a good ending.
I mean, it's the same thing. It is what it is. What's the difference? Because if they're
That
best
doesn't.
friends and they still slept together,
Yeah, no,
and
but
then
the
if it's a
difference is they were
situation,
best friends before and they just so happened to sleep together. Now this is they dated, they broke up on good terms, and then now they're best friends. But like they had a whole relationship and they didn't just sleep together like a one off. This was they were dating, they did a lot together, and now they're best friends. And now you're engaged to this guy to be married. That doesn't change it a lot for you. For me, that would be like an extra like a huge flag on the play. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Who the hell? Like, say they dated for like a year or two. Because wasn't Jimmy saying that he was like single for 2 years before that?
maybe I don't remember.
So leading, say they dated for a year. That's a lot of sex to do in a year. They ended on good terms. And then for the next year, he was single. And then he was like, you know what? I'm desperate enough to go on Love is Blind. Now he's engaged to a girl who then meets the best friend that's also his ex. That just, if I was Chelsea, that's probably the only time, if it was an ex, I would have agreed with Chelsea. But since she was so wrong and it's just a friend and like whatever, look, Chelsea, I got. Let me stop. You go.
It's honestly a tough question for me. I think
Huge
it's
red flag.
very situational.
That's the situation. I'm giving you the situation.
Well, that's what if we're gonna talk specifics, then it's different. But like in general, I couldn't give you a for sure answer.
Okay, so if I had an ex-girlfriend leading up to our dating, and then we're also best friends, and you see how our best friendship got us into our relationship. Now we're married, but I'm also best friends with my ex, who I did a lot with.
See, are we doing friends or best friends? Because best friends
Best
is just
friends. I'm giving
no best friends.
exactly. I'm giving the scenario that Jimmy is in.
Then no best friend. You can't be a best friend. You can be
That's
mutual. You can't be best friends.
like mutual, as in like just a wave in passing.
Yeah,
Well, then that's not even friends at all.
or I
So
don't
you're
know,
saying
just
just like
like
let's just no exes whatsoever.
no.
Well then,
I
well I guess
don't
what?
know. It's just I don't know. I would have to, it's ugh.
Okay,
It,
whatever that means. Sure.
it's just tough because it's like I would have to see like how you guys act together now. Like if it's I don't know.
Well, if it was
I'm
Jimmy
confused.
and they were actual exes, yeah, that's the only time I would have agreed with Chelsea. Like that's kind of fucked.
Yeah, you can't be best friends with an ex.
Good. So now you finally answered my question.
I had already said that. I said best friends, no, but friends or
Or no,
mutuals,
yes.
eh,
Uh, yeah,
depends.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough question for me.
But yeah, just the whole best friends thing in general for me is kind of like meh. Because I have a personal bias though. Like I don't think it's fair to ask me or you because seeing where it got us, like I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but like I don't know, man. Because if you
Yeah.
suddenly go like if you work at say the freaking Deja Brew on base, meet a guy. Oh, we're best friends. Okay, like what do you do all day? Make coffee or make love?
What? What do you mean? If like us being married now and I did
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so you're implying that I'm cheating?
Well,
Because you just said
yeah,
you
because
make coffee all day or
suddenly
do you
you
sleep together?
yeah, so suddenly you got a boy best friend at work, and like you talk about him all the time. He's texting you, FaceTiming, just the same way that the girl best friend in for Jimmy in Love Is Blind. Like, you making coffee or what? Like, what are we doing? Like, that's just weird. If he's up your like, you suddenly meet him now, and now like 2 months from now, you guys are besties. He's all up on your phone and just like, okay, buddy, we're gonna have to have a conversation here.
I mean, that's fair.
But like it'd be different if right off the bat, it not a lot different, but it'd be a little different if you're like, oh, this guy's great, and then it was like kind of more of like a three-way best friendship. Because then him and I are cool. Like, oh, maybe we could hop on the game or
Well, that's why
like
any
listen to
of
music or party it up or pass the ball around. I don't know. Like
yeah, that's why it would
if
always
I
end
got to
up
meet
being
him,
like all the guys that I would hang out with. You're there vibing with them, having fun too.
yeah. But no, that'd be weird if you just like you never made the effort to introduce us. But you're just like, oh, this guy's fucking great. Like work is awesome and whatever. Like I bet it is awesome. Drizzling caramel on top of each other's faces.
Okay, that's a bit much.
uh,
I mean, yeah, that's understandable. The whole friends thing, just like it depends on the
yeah.
person because we've been in situations before where like I've met not girls that you've talked to, but like friends or whatever, and there's been like I could say that there was people that I was like about, and then there's some people that like I truly don't care about because I can see the maturity in them, and I can see
Yeah.
that like that kind of situation just wouldn't happen because it's not you that I'm worried about. Like I said, like I'm a girl. I understand how it gets sometimes. Some girls like to be a little flirty, even towards those in relationships. Not that they're trying to like do anything intentional, but they'll still throw some weird things or make comments. But there's
But
like
if I have no reaction to it, what does it matter?
because then I don't want her around you.
I ain't doing shit.
But
it's
she
like
is.
LeBron James. You saw the video where Jeannie Buss was all over him and whoever the other lady was. Like he was in his space. Arm on his leg, doing his thing, like Happy International Women's Day.
That's
He's so funny. I love LeBron. That whole clip was hilarious. And then what's even funnier? Did you see the picture of when he went to Bronny's game the other day?
no.
Him, Savannah, and their daughter Zuri, they pulled up to Bronny's college game, and like he's walking about, gonna go sit courtside, but Savannah just like looks pissed. She looks like she's not having it, and he's like just trying to be normal and whatever. And now people are framing it like, LeBron's in the doghouse. Savannah hates him. I highly doubt that that's the case, but like it's just funny how that played out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I guess I'm just talking for no reason. Shit.
Oh, my mind blanked. Um, what were you talking about? Oh God, how do we lead into that?
Jesus Christ.
Oh! I got it. I don't have a problem with you. It would be a situation where I don't want you around them
But yeah, no.
because now I see how they act towards you. I don't care. You're not the one that I'm worried about. It's just not people that I would want you to surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you can easily tell when people have the maturity and understand like
Well, I don't even know
people are
so much
married,
that it's maturity. It's just respect. It's just,
It's both. It's
I guess,
definitely both.
but it's more so the respect for the person's relationship and
No,
space
yeah, obviously.
than maturity.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why for the reasons we just explained, we don't do the friend things outside of our gay best friend Eric. I don't know why I said our, but he might be ours at this point.
He's
Because
just in
he
the middle.
keeps like whenever we are home in Florida and he's around, he's always just trying to be all over me and telling me how much he loves me or whatever. And then I'm just like, yeah, you're cool. I'm not gonna play too much into it. Eric, you're cool and everything, but
He stands in between us.
yeah, he's funny.
Yeah,
We're each other's best friend is the point I was trying to get to. We don't need a guy best friend or a girl best friend.
Everybody's situation and relationship is going to be different. It's whatever you want, whatever you guys are okay with. But for us personally, we don't care to have those kinds of best friends outside of our two gay best friends.
Yeah.
Like we have each other. There's not really
That's
anybody
why we
else
got
that
married.
I'd rather
Best
experience
friends.
things with. Like if I'm gonna go out and I want to have fun, he's coming with me. If I want to go out and go travel and go on a vacation, I'd rather him there. Like it's whatever you want to do. Like it's however you guys do your relationships. But for us personally, like I don't see why you wouldn't want to experience those kinds of things without your husband or wife. Like
Yeah.
if I'm gonna go to a club, why would I not want to bring my husband? Like
Yeah.
I don't care
What
for
do you need a
the
girls' night out for? Screw that. Just bring me.
yeah. I don't
I'll be
care
your
for
girl.
the I don't care for the girls' nights. Like because like why? Like I can see going out like to a dinner, great, but like club wise, like I like to dance with my husband. That's what I'm gonna do. So he's coming with me,
Yeah.
and like traveling, I definitely wouldn't want to do that without him.
I
That's
remember
just how we are.
I remember in the couple years leading up to us finally dating, I was watching so much Steve Harvey, and like he didn't inspire the train of thought that I wanted to marry my best friend. I already knew it, but like he kind of reinforced it, and then he added on to the fact that I wanted to marry my best friend by saying, "Oh, I forgot." It was like after one of his TV shows because he does like a little segment where he gives advice or whatever. But his bit was that if you're married, you don't need a guy best friend or a girl best friend. That's what you're in the relationship, the marriage for.
Yeah,
It's that person's your best friend. That's who you're gonna do shit with
that's
from now until you die, hopefully. And so yeah, I remember watching a lot of Steve Harvey, and then I came across that video, and I'm like, yeah, I do want to marry my best friend, and that is right. fuck everybody else because I just want to do it with her. And then look at me now, married her, doing those things.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Yeah, we just stick to our gay friends.
Yeah.
I just somehow always end up having gay friends. I don't know how. It just happens. They just
Yeah.
come around.
They're fun. They're awesome.
They are fun. But even when I am hanging out with gay friends, he's there with me because
Yeah.
that's just what we like to do. We'd rather experience things
It
together.
does make me rather uncomfortable though. Like I don't know what to do with myself. Like when
we would go to the gay club a lot.
Yeah, like in January, like the only place we went out to was the gay club. But it's not the gay club that made me uncomfortable. I'm fine with that. It's that when Eric starts dancing, he gets in front of the both of us. So now he's twerking on you, twerking on me.
We had a train going.
We had a train going, but like the thing is, we're not doing it in the middle of the room. You both are pressing me up against the wall, and I'm there like, somebody help. Like I'm being pushed up against the wall by these two twerking on me. And then there's other points where we're not even in a line. You're both just twerking on me. Like he's on my left side, you're on my right side, just twerking on me, and I'm there up against the wall, like, bro, like, help, please, I want to go home.
Yeah,
That's where I get uncomfortable because I already hate the club scene. I hate going out like that, and then to be in that scenario is just kind of like my worst nightmare.
I did put him through a lot the past or like that
Yeah,
month
January
that we
was
were
not
leaving.
fun while we were home in Florida. As far as like partying and stuff and being out at the clubs late nights, and because I'm the designated driver,
Not his
I
thing.
didn't really get to do so. Already I'm sober while we're out partying, so that sucked. Like you don't need alcohol to have fun, but it surely helps.
Well, you weren't completely sober. You would have a few drinks in there.
Not enough to do anything. Like I'm in there getting
Well,
like
it's not like we were all getting plastered.
you
I,
guys were.
I wasn't
Well,
getting
maybe
plastered.
no. The other people that we
The
were
other
around.
children that we would bring
I
along.
wouldn't say children. We were not drinking with underage kids.
No.
But the other people we were with, yeah, they were plastered and everything. But I'd go in there, have like one drink in the club, and it'd be one drink because it's so expensive. I'm not spending that fucking
I
money.
don't think I ever really would drink more than like 3 if we were buying. Because for one,
I would.
expensive.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I wasn't
12,
doing
13, that. $14 for one drink that tastes like booty.
Yeah, no, it was
That
terrible.
already puts me off. So
Terrible
at that
drinks.
point I was like, I'm good. Because having like 1 or 2 drinks in the club, just the club scene itself kind of already gets me more hyper than the actual drink. So like I would
Yeah.
literally have one drink and I wouldn't even be drunk really.
No, because
But
you're
the
burning
clubs,
it all off. You're in there
yeah.
sweating. Like, there's no point in drinking.
But
Because now you're just wasting money.
I love going to clubs. Like that's more my scene. So like I have fun.
Yeah.
I like how
But no,
how
like
hyper
I'm
it gets me.
sober.
So like
I
can
have to
get
be
off that.
aware. I'm the driver. And then like I'm just it's not fun for me. Like I hate it already. And then now I have to deal with everybody being degenerates. And then when inevitably somebody starts throwing up, it's like, don't get in the car, please. We need to get home. Please. 2 hours later, we finally get home. Like it's not a fun night for me.
It was just one night that we had that was bad.
There were 2. I'm fairly certain there were 2. There were 2 nights where we had to leave early.
I don't think so. There was
That
one.
definitely happened.
There was I don't know.
Yeah.
Not relevant.
I'm sure there was 2, but whatever. Anyways, going back all the way to Love is Blind.
Gosh.
We sure got sidetracked there. Here's back to my notes. See, I gotta refer to the notes. Gotta stay on track. The last topic on Love is Blind is if in another lifetime we were same age. I would say same age. No, because we're still young. Okay, so say you go single until you're like 25, 26.
Oh God, that's a sad life. Sorry for
anybody's listening. You can have fun. You can have fun being single. A lot of people have fun being single these days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But say you get to 24, 25, 26, you're still single, you're feeling a bit desperate. You going on the show? You going on Love is Blind in another lifetime?
I would not go on the show.
I wouldn't either, to be honest, because the way I see it, because look,
That's just
as
such an
drama
odd
filled and as fun
experience.
as it is to watch, when you really think about it, like these are people who have miserable dating lives. So much to the point that they're so desperate to find love that they will do it without having met somebody on national television.
Yeah, I just don't think I'd want to put myself through that situation.
I like I'm a I'm a simp.
Just for it to almost be a no at the very end.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a simp to the
no.
highest degree, but I don't think I could ever be that desperate.
No, that's
And
a
then
bit
to
much.
risk all the potential embarrassment, not just to getting a no at the altar, but all the drama beforehand. Like
Yeah, and then
I'm
with
not
them, like, or with you not knowing how they're gonna like portray you on TV.
yeah.
No, that's too
Yeah,
much.
that too, because they cut it up and they make it seem a certain way. Yeah, no, I would not risk that. The only good thing that would come of that for me is like now I can take advantage of the opportunity of being on a platform and then having my own.
Yeah, that would be the only good coming out of it because if you do end up being like the known couples
Or if
or
you just go
just
viral as a single reckless person.
yeah, you you just
Yeah. That's
are
the only thing
famous
I can
now.
see good. But like other than that, no, I could never be that desperate. I'm sorry. I just farted. I don't know if anybody heard that. That was a good one.
Ew.
That one felt stinky.
They're all stinky. My goodness. Yeah, no, that's not for me. I'm good. I'd
what
only
if
do it if I was getting paid or something.
let me present with another scenario. What if say 1, 2 years from now we get divorced, shit goes down the drain, and then you let like, I don't know, a year pass, 2 years pass, maybe three. Are you that desperate then?
No.
Oh,
I would do just fine now in the dating world. I don't struggle.
yeah. No, I'm sure you don't, woman. Women don't struggle in the dating world, especially you beautiful ones.
No,
You could
it's
you remember when we watched the Ethan and Faye's podcast?
yeah.
You could I can apply the same thing to you. Right now we break up. Tonight you have another guy.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous how easy it is for you women,
Yeah,
especially these days.
it would just be the lineup before you.
Yeah, no. And then for me, I honestly I wouldn't even try to go out. I would just stay in, just have a night in, drink my little wine, be
I
sad,
wouldn't
cry
even
a
have
bit.
to go out. It's
You don't even. So what? You got
somebody
them
would
lined up on your phone
well
already?
no.
That's crazy as fuck. Somebody go through her phone because I don't have the heart to do it. I don't have the
No,
heart.
I mean in a way obviously I wouldn't go out. If we're talking specifically Italy, I mean like the Florida people, there was already a line before you. So yes, people would just, come out
That's crazy.
if they find out the news.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas.
Shut up. No.
Yeah, no, I could never be that desperate. I mean, I know that I would do fine without it. Like, I consider myself a handsome young chap. I think
I don't
right
know who
now
else would like your weirdness.
somebody out there would like it. Hopefully.
Hmm.
Um, what was I gonna say? I think given time, like I probably wait about like anywhere from 3 to 5 years before I even attempt to do anything. Because right now I'm in the Air Force, and like for the next 4 years I'm supposed to be in Italy.
Would
I'm
you
not
date
gonna.
somebody? Would you date somebody for being in the Air Force?
I would not date at all. No,
What if somebody came around?
no, because
Why
I'm
not? No, what do you
because
mean no?
if we divorce right now, you go back to Florida. Okay, goodbye. I'm like, okay, single. I'm in Europe. Let me go apply for my passport. Just fuck it. I'm traveling. Just going out. Just travel. I don't right now, especially in this first
By
year.
yourself? You gonna go solo travel?
I'll probably take somebody from work. Like I'm not saying like, oh, I'm gonna just rock it solo no matter what. No, like I'm gonna try to, hang out with some boys at work and just do the boys thing. I did a lot of the boy. That sounds weird. I I hung out with my boys in high school a lot. I could do it again now, especially for the first 1, 2, 3 years after getting divorced. Like you're not, in my eyes, especially, you know, we were supposed to go all the way.
Mhm.
I would be distraught if somehow right now we divorce and it doesn't work out. I'd be fucked. I'd be so fucked up. What the hell am I gonna go out looking for? No, I'm gonna go make some guy friends at work, do the dude thing, get in the gym, fucking do me, and I'm gonna travel,
Uh-huh.
save money, do my thing, and I'll probably send you your fucking car back. I don't want that shit.
Hey, say that about him.
No, I'd probably keep your car.
No, give me my car back.
I know. Like you need a car, so I would actually be nice enough to spend the money to ship your car back to America.
Oh wow, how nice of you.
Yeah, at least you can have that. Because I'm gonna make that money back in 2 months, anyways. I don't care. I might make it back in 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good. I'd go get me a nice little car. I'm gonna just be a dude. I don't need to be doing that right now. If we were to break up right now, oof, no, I'm good. Travel, do my thing.
Good to know.
Yeah. What would you do? Hmm?
You go back home. I
And
have
do
no
what?
other choice.
And do what? Do who? Hmm?
You mean
Hmm?
what do you mean to who?
Do who? Who?
Nobody.
Who?
Who? Also, you being an owl recently.
Yeah, what would you do?
I don't know what I would do. Because I would be heartbroken.
The way you've answered this question, because obviously we've talked about this before. Like, what if right now it all just ended? You've always said that you would just be alone. That's been
Yeah.
your answer. You would just be like, your answer has always been similar to what I'm saying right now. Literally, just do your thing, be alone, single, travel, maybe get a dog at some point in the future, and then just you're calling it a day after that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I'd probably still
Is it
be
true
with
though?
the party life, but that would just be me
Like, what
going
do you mean
back
by
to.
party life? You gonna go back to your ways of high school? Hmm?
What ways are those? No, it would the same party life that I've had. I've always gone out or liked going out.
And you already know. Everybody knows me. I hate partying. So like, the only partying I would do is like if somebody from work was like, "Oh, dude, come out, please, one time." Okay, one time. But like, other than that, let's just talk about traveling, dude. Like, just have a good time. And especially, I'm in Europe, dude. There's so much history. You know how much like historical related traveling I'd be doing?
Yeah, you nerd.
Oh God, I'd be oof. Jeez. And then I'd also spend a lot of time just like going to London a lot, just so I can run into one of the sidemen.
Oh my goodness. You might as well just like live there for a month.
Yeah.
You'll get
No,
lucky.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if we end up staying in the Air Force after Italy, if I have to extend my contract some more, I'm gonna shoot for England.
It's expensive out
But
there.
at the same time, we make the most money overseas here in Italy than any other place. So I might just stay here and then travel to England a lot.
Yeah.
Just collect my check. Yeah, that sounds like a better plan.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. But anyways, speaking of another life, this is a topic that I really love.
We're gonna go down a huge rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, the multiverse. Another lives,
Life.
other lives. I totally screwed that up. Do you believe in the multiverse?
I believe there are other verses. Yes. Is that what it would be? Verses?
Universes? Idiot. Yeah, there's other verses like in a song. Like,
Universe. Yes. Yeah, I
you're
believe
a
there's other
believer.
universes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it blows my mind how your mind creates all these things in your head in like different scenarios. Like,
Yeah.
where is that coming from? How is
Ooh,
that even
ooh.
possible?
That's the first thing on my notes. I skipped all the way to the third thing about believing or not. No, we should let's
See,
go back
this
to
is
the
why
first.
I just go natural because I'm gonna get there anyways.
Yeah. So yes, we believe, and then specifically talking about what your mind creates, like in dreams and stuff. In
The human brain blows my mind.
Yeah,
I can't wrap my head around it. How
it's
does
pretty
your
cool.
head
I don't
how
know,
do you create
science.
memories? How do you remember like why do you only remember a certain gosh,
That's pretty cool, but that's
it's
not.
so weird.
Yeah, but
Different
like,
topic.
yeah, in the multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange, I like the way they put it that when you have dreams when you're sleeping, that's actually you looking into another you in another universe's like through their eyes.
That makes sense.
So like if you've ever had a dream where you're, I don't know, flying or doing some cool shit, like that was probably actually happening with you in another universe.
I have some weird
And I
dreams
think I
though.
might
It's
be a
so
subscriber to
crazy.
that ideal. Cuz whether it's real or not, that's a pretty fucking cool thing to think about. Like, oh, whatever dream I just had last night, like you can just you can just say, yeah, that happened. That was in
It's
another
kind of scary
universe.
though, because I have some dark dreams.
Well,
A lot of people die in my
sucks
dreams,
for your
or
multiverse.
I get.
But my multiverse dreams are pretty cool. I'm subscribing to the idea that they're real.
Mine are. I don't remember the last time I had like a good dream.
Are you okay? Like
I
in
don't
your
think so.
something is your heart, your mind okay?
Oh, you hit the mic.
Something we need to talk about?
No.
Why are you having
I think
nightmares and
I'm
dark
fine.
dreams
I don't
for?
know. I just like my head always.
I have good dreams.
There's always
Everything's good on this
something.
side of the bed.
There's always something happening in my brain
Hmm.
or in my dreams whenever I have a dream. Somebody's dying. Somebody's in an accident. I'm getting chased by something, or I'm being killed by somebody. It's always that situation. I need to look it up.
Well, your multiverse sounds hectic.
It is. Mine is. It's very. I don't want to say very rare, but like it's not that common that I'm having like rainbows and sunshine in my dreams, or just like a common day.
Mine aren't. I wouldn't say rainbows and sun. Like it's not like all
No, I
hunky
just mean like
dory.
it's a normal day in yours. Like you're out adventuring, doing something fun.
Yeah, mine's like pretty normal, like stuff that I even do now, kind of things. But it's just sometimes I have a superpower, or like sometimes something. Or that's another
You're such a
thing.
boy.
Yeah, no, like uh, that's another ideal of dreams is like, is it proven that like what you dream about is what you actually want or something?
I don't know if it's proven, but I know there's like
That's
different
something that's been talked about a
meanings.
lot. Yeah, like meanings. Like there's a reason why you're dreaming. I don't know. Like that's probably the more logical answer to go with. And like I, people study that, I guess, right? There's a
Mm-hmm.
reason why there's all these defined meanings. Like there's probably a whole book on it or some shit. But that doesn't sound as fun. I like thinking that the multiversal me is flying, or the multiversal me has super speed, or like he's Superman or Spider Man or some
But
shit.
then, now what's the difference between dreaming and deja vu?
Deja vu.
Because you're going back to the time that you think you're experiencing in that moment.
So that's what I was talking about when it comes to that's the conversation that we keep like coming back to when it comes to Marvel. So the Marvel, the way they present it is that, say like in Avengers Endgame or even in Loki, they are able to make it that you can pick somebody out from a specific point in time, or you can go back to a specific point in time. So deja vu could literally just be you catching up to a future you's perspective. Like
That's too confusing for my
there's
brain.
another you in another universe that has already lived this, but they're
And now
just
you've reached
ahead.
that point.
That yeah, that you're just behind the timeline.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird to think about, but I feel like that sounds right because like in Loki, there's just a linear timeline, but then there's all these branches and stuff and things that can happen. And the way these branches grow, it's not like they're growing all in one direction. Like they're just going in every direction once different choices and things are made. So it's like you can experience something and then maybe even experience it again in like another lifetime. Or I've heard that that could be a result of like reincarnation or something. Like you've done this before in another life. Not as you,
Reincarnation
but as like
is a
somebody else or
scary
something.
thought.
Hmm?
Reincarnation's a scary thought.
Yeah. I think there's somebody in my family who at one point in time, or maybe even still does now, maybe believes it or believed it.
Do you believe it?
I don't I don't know. I mean, that could very well be the explanation for deja vu. Like you've experienced this in
Yeah,
another
because
time or
that
in
all
another
essentially
lifetime.
falls into the same thing. Because it's all like
Yeah, I
either
don't know.
past or future lives that you're living.
Yeah,
And
I'm not
being
entirely sure.
reincarnated is just past life.
Yeah, but I feel like if reincarnation is a thing, I don't know if it's so much the multiverse. That's not really the multiverse at all. Because if there is reincarnation, you experienced that before, sure, but that wasn't necessarily you. Like you could be a totally different looking person, body,
Oh, well, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. You could just be like, oh, that's what it was. That you're like the same soul, just like obviously
Yeah.
just being reincarnated to different bodies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might that could very well be real because that's like more in line with I forget which religion it was that believes in that. Um, that yeah, that could be real. I'm down to believe in that.
I remember seeing a video of not, I don't, it wasn't a documentary, but it was something that came up on the news just because of how viral it went. But there was this little girl talking about how she used to be a pirate, but this girl
Oh yeah, there's a
had just never learned about pirates or shouldn't even know about. She was like 4 years old, and she was talking about she was on a ship and she was a pirate and doing all these things, and the parents were like, she has not been exposed to anything pirate related or ships or anything like that, so they don't know where she got that from.
yeah. Oh, yeah. But that also could be like there's because there's that, but then there's also I don't know because I mostly see this in like Christian related videos that they they die for a moment, they go to heaven, they see what it's like, or like they have an interaction with God, but then they come back. The way I perceive that, no matter what religion is
Isn't that a
true,
ghost?
hmm?
Isn't that a ghost?
No, because obviously that's your soul passing into the afterlife. But then if you are, because the conversation that's pretty consistent with all those videos that I see on TikTok and stuff is that their interaction with God is that they're not ready or that they're given a choice by God to stay or go back to the human world and they end up going back. But that would if that's the case, that only proves like a singularity in a life. There's no reincarnation there. Because if you choose to stay, you're staying. Like you are in heaven, you're there. But
Mm-hmm.
if reincarnation is the case, maybe it's just like passing through a train station or something. Like, oh, I made it to the afterlife. What's good, y'all? All right, I'm gonna see you next time.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know which one could be real. They're both very interesting. Um, but back to the multiverse, I think that's very plausible to be an existing thing, even with whatever religion you believe in. Because in God's infinite wisdom, He can create infinite. There's a key word for me, infinite. Like He can do it all, and He can create it all. And I don't know. I think the fact that we can have dreams and like that has to be more than just definitions that you can define out of a book or like some what are they called, the fortune tellers or something. Like they can't just be able to explain that based like looking off of some cards or some shit. Like I think there's more to it.
I don't know.
You don't know. No, I mean
No,
nobody
I don't
knows.
know. No.
No, nobody knows. Like it's all theory, and I think it's also interesting. I don't think you never watched the Ant-Man movies, right? You
I
watched the
have, but
last
I
one,
couldn't tell
right?
you what happened during them.
I made you watch the last one, the one with Kang.
I've seen them before.
Oh,
I just couldn't
well,
tell
yeah.
you
I
what
don't know
happened.
anything about quantum physics, but the way that they present the quantum realm is that time there is way different than time on Earth. So, like, in what was it, the second Ant-Man movie, he ends up getting sucked into the quantum realm. And then
Mhm.
he gets trapped there because of the whole Thanos snap thing. But then in Avengers Endgame, he comes out, but it's been like 5 years. But to him, it's been like 5 hours. So he was clueless when he came out. I wonder, because that could be a way, because that's the way that they were able to initially come out with the time travel idea. Ooh, what do you think about time travel?
Oh,
Because that's just aside from it does apply to the multiverse because that's how they were able to even.
I think that's just such a messy concept.
What do you think is like the real time travel method? Do you think that like Back to the Future is solid?
In a car?
No, not just, not the way you do it, like the way that they present it
I can't remember how
and
they
like the
present it.
rules to it. Because Doc, he says, yeah, you can go back in time and stuff, but you can't run into yourself, or else you are like if you go back in time, let's say a year, and then you're just doing whatever you're doing a year ago from now, and then you just see yourself.
So then, in that case, you're not going back into the future as.
No, the
No,
whole
no, no,
point of
no.
that
You're.
movie is going back to the future.
No, I know. What I'm saying is, you're going back to the future as somebody else. Like you're not going back into your body to live
No,
it again.
no, you're not going back into your body to live it again. You can watch it happen again.
Yeah, but you're not going into your you're
No, no,
not
no.
going into
No, you will literally like when you come out of the time machine, you are you out of the time machine, and then there's you over here. But like the rule that Doc explains in that movie is you can't have an interaction with yourself, especially in the past, because then that will affect the future. Because if you see yourself and then now you're like, oh my God, that's me. What the fuck is going on? Now you're going to be insane. But then a year later, you're going to be that insane person that everybody thinks about when they think about time travel. Like this girl thinks that she saw herself and she's fucking crazy.
No, yeah, that's why I was saying it's a messy concept because in that case, if you were able to see yourself and you start causing all these things that affects the future, that's just messing up so many things.
Yeah. But then like in Avengers Endgame, right? Captain America fought himself. That didn't seem to have a consequence on
Well,
himself.
it's a movie.
Well, they're both movies, but it seems like they're presenting the interaction of or the interaction with yourself differently because in one Back to the Future it messes up your future, but then if Captain America fights himself, that did not have a consequence to himself later.
I don't think Marvel would really
Or like,
know.
well, no, nobody knows, like they're just presenting their own iterations of time travel in the multiverse.
Mm.
And then like Tony Stark also in Endgame, he went back in time and had a whole he spent like maybe 30 minutes with his dad, but then his dad gets to see him as like a teenager. So then he gets to see what his son is going to look like in the future, basically. But he's already seen what his son looks like in the future. So wouldn't you wonder that, like, when his dad sees him as a teenager, is like, oh my God, you, like, I saw you like 40 years ago. What the fuck?
That's just weird.
It is weird, which is why I think it's interesting that Back to the Future claims that there's a consequence, but then in Endgame, it seemingly doesn't have a consequence. And I wonder which is more realistic.
I don't know. All that stuff hurts my brain. There's just like so much and so much
Yeah,
to
sometimes I get
understand,
lost
and
talking
like
about it, but I think I'm on track.
so many different possibilities.
Point is, though, I believe it.
There's definitely some other world thing, Mobobber. Something.
Yeah. Excuse
Oh,
me. Like I
hello.
don't know, I don't know what would be the consequence if like me from 5 years from now just walks through
See, no,
our bedroom door.
that's just scary. Like I don't want to experience that. I don't want to see myself.
Because then what's the consequence to that? Like if I have an interaction with myself, even in How I Met Your Mother, there was in the later
But would it be hmm,
because in the later seasons, I mean, granted, that was a figment of Ted's imagination, but like
imagination?
he had himself. What was it
Oh
like 10 minutes or 5 minutes from now, Ted, and then 5 years from now,
yes.
Ted.
Mm-hmm.
But then that whole thing was a figment of his imagination. But like,
Yeah.
if that was somehow real, and like on the other side with Barney, how do they like? How does that just carry out playing forward? Because now Barney gets to see what he looks like, and maybe if he asks certain questions, knows what happens later on.
No, because that just messes everything up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if I just
That
walk
just
through there,
that's a weird world to mess with.
yeah,
I don't want to see myself. No, that's terrifying.
like,
I'd
wouldn't that be crazy if 5 years
have a
from
heart
me
attack.
now walks in and he's just like, you need to divorce her because she's gonna do this terrible thing like a year from
Oh.
now.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
like, what am I
I'm
supposed to do
so
at that
glad that
point?
was the situation you presented here.
Well, I'm because I'm trying to do something drastic to see like to explore the change. Like,
Where
what if
did
I said no? I'm not gonna divorce her. I'm not gonna allow this to happen. But then, what's a terrible thing you could do? Let's just you cheated,
mm-hmm.
but then now we both know you cheated. So
Mm-hmm.
then what? Would you not cheat or would you cheat or? Hmm.
Well, assuming that you know, you would just you don't do it because you're trying to prevent the situation from happening.
Yeah, but then like, because now I'm gonna sit here after 5 years from me now walks away after giving us that information. I'm gonna be like, so why would you do that? Like now it's
Well,
gonna
you
be,
can't get mad at
oh,
me
you
because
know
it hadn't
what?
happened yet.
Maybe that would cause a breakup anyways. Maybe that's my canon event, like in Spider-Man.
Why that wouldn't be fair because at that point in time I hadn't done anything.
That is true, but like you're
So
going to do it. It's
but
the canon
now
event.
but I know so I can prevent it.
Like in the Spider Verse, it's a canon event. It's going to happen. It's like we're maybe you're not going to cheat. Maybe that's not the canon event. Maybe the canon event is that we break up.
Maybe.
So what if he just caused my can or our canon event, my canon event, but like in a different way? What if I just caused my own canon event, but like in two separate ways? That's fucking weird. Like me from 5 years from now got cheated on, but then me from right now breaks up with you because we had this horrible, terrible argument.
But that wouldn't be fair because nothing's
No,
happened. You're
that
just
wouldn't be
getting
fair.
mad over somebody who just came in and told you things.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even get to that the whole canon event thing in Spider Man, but then that's just like I don't even know how to talk about that. Like certain things are supposed to happen no matter what, but then that's the whole point of the Spider Verse movies. Miles Morales is trying to say like this doesn't absolutely have to happen. Like it won't because the whole consequence is if your canon event doesn't happen, like your world's gonna like implode or some shit. And then now you're not even actually Spider-Man because you're not following the story.
Mm-hmm.
And now that can't I don't agree with the whole canon event. I agree with Miles Morales. In that third movie, we're gonna see him save his dad because that's his canon event. The captain of the police force has to die, and in his world it's his dad. He's gonna save his dad and everything's gonna be just fine. And then he's gonna go up to the Miguel O'Hara and like flip him off, like, "Hey man, fuck you for putting me through all this stress when you could have just let me do it my way." Because look how it turned out. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Screw canon events. I'm not with it.
Okay.
And then it's also mostly disbanded in Spider-Man No Way Home because Andrew Garfield saved Zendaya. That wasn't supposed to happen. She was obviously supposed to die there. That was probably supposed to be Tom Holland's canon event. But look, his world didn't. It was going to implode for different reasons because of the whole magic spell thing. But I think, provided the whole magic spell thing never happened, she would have died. Oh, she would have died. That's the canon event. Fuck. Damn it. I lost my track.
I don't. There's
Andrew Garfield did not
too
ruin
many things.
Tom Holland's world. That's where I was at. Like, his world did not implode because of what happened. Because even after the whole planet is repaired, because all the purple cracks in the sky,
Yes.
the spell is corrected, but like everything still happened though. They just have no memory of it.
Yes.
She got the scratch. She was saved by Andrew Garfield. She just doesn't know it. Like, the world's not imploding. So a canon event was avoided and nothing happened. So yeah, screw canon events again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a lot of things to wrap your head around.
it is a lot. I think I'm confused, but like I'm trying to.
I think. I think so.
I feel like I might have lost my way a little bit there, but I'm pretty sure I got it down pat. Screw canon events, and the multiverse is definitely real. The real question is, how does time travel actually, like, what's the consequences? I think somebody needs to make a time machine and we should figure out. We should do that. We should make the time machine.
With what brains?
We have brains.
Not enough for that.
Yeah, we do. I mean, not with that fucking attitude. Jeez.
We
Party
wouldn't
pooper.
get anywhere.
No, I think we could figure it out like 60 years from now.
Yeah, I'll be dead.
You plan on being dead in 60 years?
How old are you? 60, 70, 80? Yeah, you're 80 years old.
I'm planning to make it
Ew.
farther than 82.
God, no. I don't want to be a vegetable.
You don't have to. There's plenty of 80-year-olds that are not vegetables, babe.
It's just like at some point, like, you're almost there. Why keep pushing it?
Okay.
I don't want to be old. I hate the fact of being old.
Well, I guess I'll just stay on Earth while you be in the ground.
No, you're supposed to die with me. We're supposed to die together.
I'm too young to die.
Not now.
Even then, I'll be 82 years young.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get there.
Yeah.
Any whoosies. Let us know what you think. Lots to take in there. But hope you enjoyed. Hope you stuck around.
Watch the Love is Blind reunion.
Yes, it will.
Comes out.
It would have already been out
by
the time
it came out
this podcast comes
yesterday.
out. So
Thursday the 14th.
Yes, we will be back next episode to unwrap the reunion.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
See what happens.
Hopefully it's fun. I feel like now I'm starting to have doubts that it's just going to be a total letdown, even with all the hype.
It'll definitely be drama filled for
I
sure.
hope so.
But yesterday's video that came out on our YouTube channel, watch that if you haven't already.
Yeah, our 100. Nope, that's a lie. Tuesday.
If you watch Tuesday's video.
Yeah, that was our 100th vlog. Big moment for us as YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to 100. Let's make 100 more and 100 more after that.
And keep going.
Yeah. But as far as yesterday's video, Thursday, hope you guys enjoyed that as well. If you didn't watch it, please do. Just a little daily routine action showing you guys what our middle of the week life goes, because normally we just show what happened on the weekend. And while it's all glamour and fun on the weekends, we originally started YouTube to show what happens on a more daily basis. And we strayed away from that, which, again, I told you guys to let us know how good or bad that is in the previous video. But if you want to do it now, please let us know. If you think we should do more of that daily stuff, we can try to figure out stuff to do during the week, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just everybody let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week for the next episode of our podcast.
Yeah. Much love. Ciao, ciao.
Peace, love, and happiness.
You've never said those words like that.
No, that just came up in my head right now.
Yeah, that's not even,
I don't know where that came
don't even
from.
try to act like you're that kind of person.
I don't know where that. I remember watching that from somewhere, and it just popped in my head right now. Anyways,
Weirdo.
we'll see you guys in the
Ciao.
next one.